Do. Hey, you guys, good morning, man. This is going to be a big day around the T Bear house. Hack Shack Studios, Art T Bear here. Good morning, one and all. Yeah, I'm getting a little late start with Hullaballoo, but it's still morning time here. So there you go. I think Eastern, you guys are an hour ahead. So you were a little past the noon hour. But anyway, you guys, like I said, big day. Black and White will be dropping today. That is Black and White Volume 3, Sins of the Father. And it's going to be a big day. It's going to be an exhausting day. I already know. I'm trying to kind of gear up for the marathon that usually are these launch days. But man, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I can finally get this book to you guys, or at least the pre-orders or the orders for the book, and just start this process of funding the book, drawing the book, printing the book, and then shipping the book. That's what this is all about, and that's what Pamela, my partner in crime, and myself are all about. And so today is going to start that journey. We've already started, actually, Black and White. We're about a third of the way done with the pencils and inks. So that's that. And we got, I think, 6 pages of it already color work done on it. All of my covers are done. All my promotional artwork is done. I'm waiting for a cover from an A-lister that you guys will love, and that's going to be my D cover. There's going to be the main cover, A, B, C, and D. I'll go over the campaign real quick for you guys before we launch, and just to kind of whet your appetite, and possibly you guys can make some choices, like, well, maybe this tier, maybe that tier, that kind of thing. So, wow, we got a good turnout already. We got Andino. What the F? What does that mean? Come on, be nice. Matt Cisco, yo, Stealth, X5, what's up, brother? Leg kick. It's not a party until you get kicked by leg once, only once. What time? Well, if you signed up for the pre-launch, then you know what time. And so I'm not going to announce it on a live stream or on my social media, to give everybody that signed up a little bit of time to go in there and get those early birds. The early birds are very, very limited, you guys. So I suggest getting in quickly and grabbing those things up. You're going to get a significant discount on those early birds. So Stephen Rockwood, Black and White 3, indeed. Leg Kick says, Art is so old, he can only do his comic black and white. That's true. Well, it is quite remarkable that I went from cave drawings to actually using paper and pen. So this is quite a big move for me. Sheldon Martin, well. Art is so excited about the book. He got a Rin Tin Tin haircut. Is that what this is? I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know, man. It was so crazy long. She's like, how do you want your haircut? And I'm like, just do whatever you're going to do. So this is how it ended up. So it's weird because it's kind of like there's a wave here. I think it's because of I got like a gray streak right here. It looks like a little, I don't know. It looks strange. I think if it was black, it would all blend and it would all kind of like go together. But it's kind of like there's this actual wave there. So I don't know. I don't keep up on hairstyles or all that stuff. I don't really even care about it. Philip Diaz is in the house. Hey, Art. We got Edwin, Booz, Acevedo. Let's see. It pays to sign up early. Yeah, you guys. So hopefully everybody signed up early, got their times. Pamela put those all out last night. So cross your fingers. We never really are sure how this stuff's going to work. but hopefully it does. So leg kick. Hey, you don't grunt too much now, Art. Oh, you should see me earlier. I was grunting away. Stealth X5. I did sign up. All right. So you know, get the Superman spit curl. You know what? It it kind of can do that. I don't make it happen. It just kind of happens naturally, but it doesn't do the S thing. It just kind of hangs down. All right, all right. Well, you guys, obviously this is the black and white pre-launch powwow. So we are going to kind of try to get some hype, get some energy going for the campaign. I got some stuff to show you. I'm going to go over the campaign real quick because in just I don't know, in a little bit it's going to be going live. I don't want to give you the actual time, but I do want to show that off to you. Let's see where we are at. I don't need this tab anymore. My pre-launch stuff is gone. It's done. It's over. All right, so let's do this. Screen share. I'm sharing with you guys. Sins of the Father. Let's start off with a video. So hopefully you guys can see this. Yes. Built to live. Black and white. Yeah, you guys, this is Sins of the Father. This is B3. So we've had two epic stories already done. I called it the Origin Saga. So that was 1 and 2. So volume 3 will take off right where volume 2 left us. And so a lot of you guys have asked if you guys can still get 1 and 2. And yes, you can. We are going to feature that on this campaign. And this is also going to be our 30th anniversary. So we are going to celebrate and we were going to party like it's 1999. So yeah, you guys, I put this together. I thought this was kind of cool. I like these things. So yeah, I think I've showed most of this off. So this is the main body of the page. So we have the main cover here, Sins of the Father, beautiful colors by Kyle Ritter. We have some interior stuff here. We got 3 pages to show off, give you a little bit of a taste of what's going on. This is a 64-page book, you guys. I will be writing alongside my buddy Aaron Sparrow and my wife and partner in crime, Pamela T. Bear, with action-packed breakdowns by Alan Patrick. And you should know Alan Patrick by his epilogue. He did the 4-page epilogue in volume 2. And so he does these breakdowns. I do finishes, and I'm going to show you kind of what we do. So I'm going to show you that after we do this. And then of course, Brian, I'm just going to call him Brian Mag, because even my wife, who's really good with this stuff, doesn't know how to say his last name. So he did volume 2, the color work, and he's really, really good. So this is quality. Every one of us are plussing each other's stuff. And this is going to be an absolutely gorgeous looking book, you guys. And then if that wasn't enough, we have a second volume of Black and White High Octane. So this is the High Octane Adventures book. This is a 22-page one and done with writing, pencils, inks, and colors by Pedro Eng, Comicsgate's own Pedro Eng. So this is my cover, my pencils and inks. But based on a thumbnail that Pedro put together, we were just kind of live streaming, but privately, and we were just kind of banging out some ideas. So he did a thumbnail for this, and I was like, "Stop! I'm going to run with it." And so then I put this thing together. I think it came out really, really cool. It for me, it's kind of iconic for like the high octane stuff. Like this is, you could market this, you could license, this image. So I think it's very, very cool. And who knows, stretch goals, we might do something really cool for the high octane adventures. Pedro, the first high octane was Pedro's first comic book work. So he's come along quite a bit since then. And to prove that, here are three of the pages, the interior pages that he put together for this book. So these are Pedro's pencils, inks, and colors. And wow, just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The story is great. You guys are going to dig it. And then if that wasn't enough, we got four jaw-dropping covers. We got the main cover A, we got B, which is I wanted to put the new villains on a cover. So that's Lord Fakin in the shadows, the ghost image in the clouds. And that is Juju, the Baldoon priestess that uses technology with her supernatural abilities to raise the dead. So she is, these two are going to steal the souls of Black and White. That's their objective. I don't want to give too much away. And so, yeah, my buddy Carlo Barberi, I just asked him within a day. I got layouts, and next thing you know, this cover is complete. So he did the layouts, pencils, and I did the inks on that. And then, of course, we got the D cover, which will be announced about midway through the campaign, you guys. So stay tuned for that. Here's a better version of the cover, a little bigger so you can see it more clearly. I have a feeling this B cover is gonna possibly outsell the main cover. I I dig it, and everybody I've showed this cover to so far has really just just jaw dropped. Literally, their jaws were dropped. They were on the floor. And then, of course, we got the C cover, which is Carlo, and everybody loves Carlo. We worked on Super Sons together at DC, and I do believe he's working on Spawn right now with Todd McFarlane. So he's knocking it out of the park with that. We got original artwork as always with these campaigns. I brought down some of the prices on the covers, and I'm going to offer interiors as well. And the reason why is I want each and every one of you to have a piece of original artwork from Black and White. So the covers are still, they're not exactly priced to go, but they are more reasonably priced. So if you like cover work, you'll know what I'm talking about if you collect. But the interiors are where I'm really going to kind of do more of an entry level like artwork price. So if there's somebody out there that hasn't bought any of my artwork in the past or artwork in general, there's going to be some pretty good bargains in there for you guys. And I'm going to try to sell all 64 pages. So that's the plan anyway. And so then we have the jam. And the reason I wanted to show the Juju piece is because the jam has a full bleed Juju print in there, along with everything in the campaign. So you can get all the new books. So you can get cover A, B, C, and you can get issues 1 and 2 of High Octane, and you can get 1 and 2 of the Origin Saga, the Man versus Machine Origin Saga. So every book is in there, plus this 11x17 print. And so then we have the stretch goals. We kind of tweaked the stretch goals a little bit last night, but we have the trading card at 35. We have 45. We have the 30th anniversary sticker. The stickers look so cool, you guys. We've done stickers in the past. They're always pretty killer. 50K, we are going to upgrade the paper for the cover and the interior. And then at 60, 30th anniversary patch. Once again, the Chrono campaign, the 2 Black and White campaigns have had patches, and they're all different, and they're all really, really cool. So this one, we're going to do a 30th anniversary patch. And so then we got the 30th anniversary pin at 70, 85, you will get Spot UV on the main cover. We did that last campaign, and that cover, the main cover, was so gorgeous. for the Man versus Machine campaign. And so then we just kind of put in, let's keep going for more black and white goodies, so we can keep doing this as long as we can keep moving our total up. So if we can keep moving the total up, we'll gladly put more stretch goal goodies in there. And if you guys don't know what stretch goals are, it's like if you hit that number as far as the total of the campaign, you will get free the trading card. So whether you're the first backer or the last backer on the campaign, you will be eligible for every one of these things. So these are just kind of free, like cool things that we do to try to encourage people to help us get to these goals, which is 85K. I think the last black and white, both black and whites broke 100K. I think the last one was 130, or I don't know. It was up there. So we are going to try our damnedest to do that again. I do believe this book not only compares to that as far as quality of story and artwork, but I feel it surpasses it. I mean, that's what I always strive to do, is get better and better and better. So we have the feature tier here on the right. That is A, B, and C book, plus the High Octane Adventures Volume 2. And keep in mind, all these books will come signed by Pamela and I. And so then we have the High Octane Adventure, which is $15, you guys. So it's a pretty good price for entry level stuff. So you could get that, and that's the Pedro Eng book. And then we have the main cover, which is the A cover. So that is at 25. So this is where we start, like the main campaign, really, for the books and stuff. For the main book, I should say, the main story. And so then we have the B cover here, done by myself and Kyle Ritter. And then we have the jam between not Pedro, but oh my gosh, Carlo Barberi and myself with Brian's colors. And so now we get into the combo packs. So we have very, very few of issue 1 of High Octane Adventures. So there's only a few, so they're going to be very, very limited, you guys. So if you want to get High Octane 1, I suggest getting in and backing it right off the bat, because they will sell out. So we got 1 and 2 here, so you can get the combo pack. And there's only going to be, 100 of those available. And so then we have some killer early birds, you guys. So like I said, all the early birds will be at a discounted price. So this is issue 1, 2, and 3. This is a combo pack. So you can get, as far as story, this has everything up to this point. So 1 and 2 are the origin saga, Man versus Machine. And then we have a volume 3, which is the new story arc, which is going to be in 3 and 4. And that's going to be Sins of the Father. So yeah, the early birds are limited as well. So there's only 30 of these, you guys. And so here's the main tier for issues 1, 2, and 3. So you can see that's 75. The early bird is 65. So there's a $10 discount. And also these are limited as well, because we don't have a lot of these books. So 1 and 2, we did overprint, but we don't have a ton of these. So these are going to be very, very scarce. And so if we sell out of this, we're going to do a head count, see how many books we have left, and we may do another tier, but I wouldn't count on it, because we do offer 1 and 2 in other tiers. So we have another early bird. This is the featured early bird. So this is at a $10 discount as well, and it's limited to 20. And so then we have the early bird jam. And so this is everything. So all the books above volumes 1, 2, and 3, volumes 1 and 2 of the High Octane Adventures, and all the variants, plus that 11 by 17 Juju print. So this is limited to 10, and you can see it's 145, and the main jam is 155. So there is quite a discount. It's almost like you're getting the High Octane for free. And so then we have the original artwork tiers. And if you're a collector, you can see these are doable prices. These aren't crazy. So there's B, and so that's pretty much the campaign, you guys. So we will be launching very, very soon. I don't want to give you the exact time, but if you pre-launch, you know where we're at. So let's see where are you guys at? We got Joe Bernardo. I see Joe Bernardo in there. Okay, get Superman Spit Curl. I think that's where we were. Will you be hyping later today as well? Oh, as much as I can. I do have planned the Kings, obviously, and I have a tentative date with Malin for the Kings, post Kings. So hopefully I can get the invite for that. And then just kind of hanging out with you guys. So morning stream, maybe afternoon, I'll do something else. But we're going to keep going, keep promoting. And if you guys could help get the word out, that's always very, very helpful as well. Zaid says the art is good. Yeah, and thank you, Phil, for that trailer. So Phil Diaz put that black and white trailer together. He did a fantastic job. Nail Bunny, hot trailer with some kissy lips with the Rolling Stones logo. Didn't they have like the kissy lips? I always thought that was weird. Like you're a rock band, you got the kissy lips. I don't know. It seemed to work. I mean, who am I? We got Joe Bernardo. There he is. Aloha Art. Happy Veterans Day. Yeah. Pamela, we might get a guest spot from Pamela tonight or today. She's got a Veterans Day story for you guys involving poppies. So yeah, Joe Bernardo. We got Paulus Arts. What's up? Randy Howell saying hi to everybody. Leg kick. The art is next level. It will be a fun story like the last two. Oh, of course. Like the thing is, the sensibilities with black and white is not quite like Big Trouble Little China, but there is humor to it. It's not like a serious drama or anything like that. It's just really good, fun action adventure. In the vein of like even like Star Wars, the original Star Wars, like there were jokes and things like that were in there. So kind of like that. Leg Kick says, oh, I already read that. Randy says, Lord Fakin, oh, you have to make a Cecil variant with his girlfriend Juju. I think Cecil's girlfriend, her name is Juju. That's got to be a nickname though. SF Gaming says, "Take my money already. Do it. Take it." Yeah, Sheldon Martin says, "Cover C for Carlo, cover D for Dale." You never ever know. So Leg Kick says, "I will back probably later this month, getting my feet." Hey, no problem, no problem. I completely understand. Things are a little tight for everybody right now. In a perfect world, I was thinking wait on the campaign till, into the next year, 2025. And then, hopefully Trump will be, kind of fixing, righting the ship, and people will be, a little bit more prosperous. But it's just like everything in life. There's never a really good time to do anything. So this is the 20 or the 30th anniversary of Black and White, 2024. So it still feels right, and hopefully, we can still kick some major ass even with a repressed economy. So Pedro says, "What's happening over there? Over here? What's happening over here? What's happening? I just praised, just put a bunch of, I heaped it on you, a heap of praise on Pedro Eng. Pedro is a pleasure to work with. He is one of the good guys, for damn sure." Meromi says, "Hey, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Um, Auntie Entity says hello. And Richard says, hey, Art. Hey, what's up? What's up, brother? Hey, somehow I caught up with the chat. What's going on? A show post Kings. I'm going to make a Kings too. But mine will be Kellogg's. Kellogg's Kings. I don't know what that means. Right over the head. What is Kona Blend 36? Hello, fellow humans. Yes, indeed, fellow humans, it is. Oh, I got some stuff to show you. So I already showed you the campaign, so you got an idea. I got some artwork. So I always like behind the scenes stuff. Big fan of it. Just the creative process. So what I have is I know some of you have asked me, so like, what are breakdowns, what are finishes, all that stuff. So I have a process here that I can show you and kind of give you an idea. So these are Alan Patrick's amazing breakdowns. So breakdowns are like rough pencils, but you can obviously see proportion, composition, basic costuming are all here, but no rendering and no shadows. So, and you can see it's pretty rough. The costumes aren't on model. So, that's kind of the job, my job, to put the characters on model, get the rendering going, getting the shadows, and just kind of figuring out, like, art directionally, how to do this. You can see that this is just kind of a no bones, but it's all there, you guys. This is all there. So if you have somebody that's an inker that has pencil skills, they can come in and finish this. So that's why they're called finishers. So here's kind of where it started. Of course, it started with the written word. And then this is my contribution to it. So you can see like the robot is more on model. The costumes or uniforms are more on model. I turned Reed's head, Black's head, facing her because I come from the school of like that you should see the faces. And this is the first appearance of Black and White in the book. So I wanted you to be able to see Black, and also it makes it more interactive, when these two can see each other, or the reader can see their faces and they're talking to each other face to face. And so then I added this guy. So this is the big bad for the opening scene. So he's kind of like a traditional Bond villain. So he's got a private island, like a volcanic island, and so he's up to no good. So just kind of like a James Bond villain. We kind of get into those tropes here, and so all this stuff in the background, that's lava. So that's explosions, smoke, and lava. So they're kind of like in the heart of the volcano here, and they're fighting. I thought it would be a great backdrop to put. And so then here is the villain, and I wanted to do something kind of like an old Hulk villain, like the leader or whatever, with a big head and green skin and stuff like that. So had a lot of fun here, putting this together. So you could see, like, I didn't just trace lines. I added stuff like this villain, turning Reed's head. And when I cut back and forth, you'll be able to see the difference between the two, like the additive parts of the finishes. So let's just go maybe step by step. So let's go with Whitney. So you can see her here. You can kind of see the suit isn't quite on model. And so then I'll show you mine. So you can see the suit is different. Also, I kind of changed the butt a little bit. It was a little too much. So I want it to be sexy, but not gratuitous. So then you can see, like I said, the suit is different. The hair is a little different because he didn't. She's got hair that comes from the base of her skull as well. So he didn't get that. So she's got this ponytail, but she also has hair coming from the base. So like from underneath the helmet. So then basically she'll have a full head of hair. It just won't be kind of on the top. It'll kind of be all in the back, kind of like Batgirl, if you think about it. And so you can see uh, some of the changes in the face, the helmet. So the face, I redrew her face so you can see his, and then you can see mine. So it's kind of putting the characters more in like my style and on model. So I guess my style is a good way of explaining it. So it'll look like, like the traditional black and white books. So I've done a lot of finish work in my day. So I worked on Dan Jurgens or over Dan Jurgens on Adventures of Superman, and he just gave me breakdowns like this, and so then I finished it off. I did finishes on a lot of Jim Lee stuff on his X-Men stuff, and on Uncanny over Wills. And then there's just been, quite a bit of finishes that I've done on other titles over other artists. But those are the main three that are noteworthy. So then you can see Reed's face here, black, and then you can see like it's more the back of his head here. So I thought like if he was turning and he's in the story, he's barking out orders. So I think it's better storytelling. It's kind of like when you're on stage, it's not cool to turn your back on the audience. So I think it's kind of those things. So you can see the suit is more on model, on black, on his let me see here. So let's go focus more on the black figure. I dig this stuff. I like when people show me the process. But it's pretty much there. I would say that it's probably 60%, 70% there. So let me just kind of sum it up, and then I'm going to show you the color work, so you can see all the stages of making a black and white comic book. So there's that. Here's the pencils, the breakdowns, and then the finished inks. So let me scooch this up so you can see the bottom part. So this is just a small taste of how cool this book's going to look, you guys. And then, boom, we got Brian Mag's colors. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. And so then we got the villain here, just defeated, and he's got this headset, and the headset allows him to control mech and robots. So kind of the idea here is like they're looking at each other like, we beat that guy up. Why is this mech still working? Why is it still functioning? So they thought if they took that guy down, this mech would just shut down, but it didn't. So yeah, you guys, this is how cool this book is going to look. This is just one page of this book. I'm so proud of this thing. Yeah, I can't wait to get it to you guys, get it finished, get it out to you guys. So that's pretty much the process there. Uh, Hello, fellow humans. Kona Blends 36. Morning art, not a hat day. Oh well, yeah, I got the haircut, so there's no need for a hat. Almer Glitch says, "You're a beautiful human being, Art." Thank you. Nicholas says, "Excited for the launch today. Let's go." Yeah, let's go. So it is 12:15 here. So yeah, you guys stay tuned. So Randy says, when will you launch during CG Kings? Keep that thought. Hold on. I'm gonna. Sorry about that. Had to powwow with the wife. Yeah, make sure we're on the same page. We're gonna launch before that, so we're gonna be launching pretty soon. I want to make sure that that the pre-launch guys can get in there and pretty much ransack the site. Break down these nuts. What? How dare you? Darren says Clint Helinski once told me that he had a choice to stand in line forever to talk to Jim Lee, or he could walk right up to Scott Williams. He chose Williams and learned a lot more about the craft. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, Scott's a good guy. Sheldon Martin says, never too much but. Darren Wagner, again, I've never worked with a dedicated inker, just those penciler inker hybrid types. Yeah, there's always been like penciler inkers or like writer penciler inkers in the business. Like John Byrne comes to mind. You know, a Will Eisner. A lot of like there has been people like that in the past. But Marvel DC, because of the deadlines, it they kind of like the assembly line where each person does a set thing. That way they cannot rely just on one person, and they can have several people working on the book at the same time, so you can get the book done quicker. But there are some people, man, they can do all those things in the same amount of time that it takes three people, and that's pretty fantastic. So I know there's a lot more people today that are doing that, and I think it's because of the digital aspects uh, that they can kind of pencil ink almost at the same time. And also, I don't think artwork is as detailed as it once was. So I think a lot of the hybrid types are doing more simplified artwork. I don't think it's quite as detailed. Sheldon says, impressive colors. Yeah, Brian is really, really good. Joe says, art the campaign looks sweet. I'm so excited to back this book. Thanks, my friend. Catalyst Vault. Face purple open box. Randy Howell says art has been kidnapped. So are you saying that I don't look like the real RT Bear? Will the real RT Bear please stand up? Guys, I guess Art tapped out. LOL. No, no, no. I had to talk to Pamela. Get us on the same page. Clint and I did a book about 1,000 years ago, hyperactives for Alias Entertainment. Oh, that's cool, man. I remember him talking about hyperactives. Yeah, Clint's a good guy. Agent Cub, are you still live? I think so. I think so. Randy Howell says, "I'll keep an eye out for an email for the launch." I think she already sent those. She already sent the email. She sent them last night. So check your spam. They might be in your spam. So everybody that's signed up and hasn't gotten that notice, uh, check your emails. I'm gonna take a break. It's getting crazy around here. We're on pins and needles. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, this is gonna be big. Ooh, this is gonna be big. Yeah. You guys, Black and White is a labor of love. We are celebrating the 30th anniversary. So 1994 is when the original book came out through Image Comics. So real brief origin of Black and White. Uh, when a significant amount of us left Marvel to form Image Comics, there was these studios. So there was Homage or Wildstorm, there was Top Cow, and then there was Extreme Studios. So I think that those were the three main, like, bigger studios. The other guys said they were studios, but they didn't really have like a studio where people worked. They had multiple, artists, things like that. And so I had just purchased a home close by Rob, and I used to live close to Mark Silvestri. So I used to live in the South Bay. Pamela and I did in Redondo Beach, but we moved to Orange County area and got a house. So I was originally the image idea for me was I was going to pretty much work with Mark Silvestri on what was it called, Cyberforce, and and he didn't really have a studio then, but I do believe he had an idea, or I'm not even sure if Top Cow existed at that point. So I probably would have been the first outside hire for Top Cow if it all happened. But there was a miscommunication between Mark and I, and so it just didn't happen. And it was probably a good thing for me as well, because I think Mark only put out one book that year. So I would have only had one book worth of income. It would have been a sizable amount because those books sold like crazy. But I was still like, I need to do multiple books. But like I said, I didn't know that at the time. It was just a communication thing. And so I think Mark was a little mad at me for a while because at conventions and stuff, he wouldn't talk to me. So I wasn't really sure what happened. I'm still not sure what happened. But since then, I mean, Mark and I, we hang out, we talk, and so then I was also offered like a Wildstorm, you know, like office and work out of that studio, but I passed on that for the same reason, because of the house. So Extreme Studio, it's just kind of weird. Extreme Studios was close to my house, the new house that we had just bought. So it was kind of a practical decision where I could commute into Extreme Studios every day, and I could work out of my office there and do comics with, all these great talents that Rob was hiring and things like that. And so um, that's what I did. So Rob, all those guys made offers. So Rob made an offer, and I went down there and I toured the facilities. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. And so I signed on. So I was working at Extreme, and I was just kind of doing whatever Rob wanted me. Okay, so whatever. Exciting. It's getting exciting. All right, let's see. Let me do something here and see what happens. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, where was I with my story? Okay, so then yeah, Extreme Studios. So I was working and just doing various like cover work, doing some pencils. And so then Rob was he's a really cool guy. Uh I know it's like everybody's personality, there's multiple sides to it, right? So there's multiple sides to Rob's personality as well. Uh but he saw and he sensed that I wasn't really happy just kind of doing what I was doing. And he said, "You know what? You should be doing your own book." And I said, "Okay." And he said, "Do you have any ideas?" And I said, "No, I don't. I never had even really thought about doing my own book." So he said, "You should do that. You should do that. So think about it, get back to me, and we'll publish it." So I was like, "Wow, that's pretty generous. That's pretty cool." So Pamela and I had already set up that we were going to go to this Bruce Lee auction. It was an estate auction, and it was by what is her name? Linda Lee, I think, is his wife, and then his daughter. And Brandon, I think, had just passed. So it was like a full-on estate. Like these were personal items of Bruce Lee, and so it was a big time like Sotheby's or something like that auction. So we drove up to L.A. And we lived in Orange County in the new house at the time, so it was quite a commute. So we drive in, we go, and they had some of the Green Hornet stuff from Bruce's time on that show, and so they had the little Hornet stingers that he threw like darts. And so there was one, and it was $800, and I was like, I could afford that. And so then my wife and I talked about, well, if it goes over the bid, how much would still be a good amount that we could swing. And so we went in there, expecting that it would go beyond that 800. So that item comes up, and then it's like, Bruce Lee's throwing star from the Green Hornet, his character Kato, and I'm like, oh, good. I have my little paddle right, and you know, blah 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 blah. It's like moving breakneck speed, and so before I could even get the paddle up, it had went beyond the 800, and it just kept going. It went out of sight. I mean, it went for, excuse me, thousands of dollars. So I was like, that was pointless, but it was good to see all that stuff because you got to see it. We got the catalog with all the artwork. It was all, not artwork, but all of his artifacts cataloged. So the cat suit was there, the yellow and black one. His reading glasses, like just like all kinds of cool personal stuff was there. And so we just had a good time just hanging out and seeing all that stuff. So then, like I said, the commute back, it was a long drive. So I told Pamela about, what Rob had said. And so pretty much Black and White was born on that drive back home. So the Green Hornet Kato, I always like that duo dynamics, right? Or, Batman Robin, that kind of stuff. And so when I was a kid, the Green Hornet was everything to me. And so it kind of took shape based on that. And then I was like, well, what if the dynamic was male female? What if it wasn't two guys? And so then we were like, well, what if she was Chinese like Bruce? And so then we were like, female Chinese, yin yang, black white, like all those, that imagery started taking shape, and then it just felt organic. So yin yang, black white, um, then calling them black and white, male, female, all those kind of things. So there was kind of like always like literally this yin yang. And so that would reflect in their personalities as well. So their personalities would be kind of almost polar opposites. So there was all this stuff going on. And we even came up with the tagline, in a world where law and order is often blurred to gray, justice can only be black and white. So almost everything was done in that car ride home. And so then we talked to a friend of ours, John Peterson, who big time, comic book guy at the time. Like he was editor at DC Comics. He edited the Titans books when they were like really, really good. Like after George and Marv's run, and Marv was still on the books, but they were using, you know, uh, they were moving it forward, but the sales were going up. And I think Tom Grummett and I can't remember some of the other guys that were working on those books, but anyways, the books were looking great. And so then he also, when he was staying with me, he was a New York guy. He stayed with Pamela and I for a while, and so I just had some business at Wildstorm, so I was driving down to the offices there, and he came with me. And so he started talking to Jim Lee, and Jim needed an editor in chief. And so he made the offer to 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 I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. He made the offer to my friend John Peterson, and so then that's kind of the John Peterson connection. And I've always been really close to John. So when he was staying there, I was telling him about the black and white thing, and then he says I came up with it. I don't think I came up with it. So he was kind of being a sounding board for Pamela and I, and that's what he does. He's an editor, so he's used to getting ideas, kind of like, this is good, let's structure this, let's do that. So then we were just hanging out, and so he said, we were talking and we were doing that, and then he said, Reed should be a spy. And I was like a James Bond like spy. So then that's where the British, like he wasn't British then, but that came out of like he's like James Bond, but he's in like more of a vigilante superhero kind of dynamic. And so then I don't know how, but I think like I was like a retired spy or something. Like we were just riffing off of each other. So, anyways, the retired spy came out of that. Pamela and I were like, let's do this MI10 thing. So that was his ranking within, the British Secret Service. He was retired. I was thinking he was disillusioned with, the license to kill stuff and just killing without conscience, and just basically taking orders without thinking. So he was kind of having a change of heart. And then a lot of the backstory came from that later with that his father was a spy, but he was like an old school spy, even more like James Bond, just the stereotype James Bond. Reed wasn't quite that, but we definitely use that as a template. But his dad was like hardcore womanizer, all of those things. And so pretty much all that came out of just hanging out, at that auction, the drive back, and then just hanging out with John. And so then I came in. I felt like I had something to pitch to Rob Liefeld, and I pitched it. He goes, black and white. He goes, like the Jackson song. I love it. Let's do it. That's his exact words. He's so excitable. I love it. He's like, just like the Jackson song, black and white. I love it. Let's do it. And so that I got the green light, I got the seal of approval. And so then it went into production. So Pamela, oh my gosh, she wrote so much stuff, like backstory, like because she reads novels and stuff like that. So she's very from that background, those type of stories. She loves comic books. Like that was one of the things that when I met her, she was a big Fantastic Four reader when she was a little girl, and so she loved the Thing and all that stuff. And she read Superman, so those were her two favorites growing up. So she knew the dynamic of how comics worked and all that stuff, but she was kind of writing really dense, like a novel, like a lot of backstory, things like that. So I read it, and then I was like, I want to do this as a 3 issue kind of introductory because I didn't know how it was going to sell either. So I didn't want to get in too over my head as far as commitment. So I thought 3 issues would be good. So this is still 94, 3 issue miniseries, beginning, middle, end, kind of idea. And so we moved forward with it, and so I remember trying to bring her ideas into actual comic book format, and it was like this is a lot of work because there was some really cool nuanced stuff, but like nuanced stuff in a novel is like, you know 2 sentences, but in a comic book that could be an entire page. So the real estate is different. Like comics really have to be condensed, and so we started trying to condense it. It broke her heart, man. And to be honest, I'm not sure I did the best job at trying to condense her ideas, but a lot of the nuanced stuff, a lot of the character development, things like that went to the wayside. And I didn't have a lot of skills at the time as far as telling stories like this. So I still stand by it. I think it was really good. It was the best we could do at the time. But I mean, we've come so far since then. And also, those were kind of 24, 26 page books. And so I realized the limitation of those. And I like to tell a certain kind of story. So by doing the CG crowdfund thing, what I started realizing my comfort zone is about 48 to 64 pages. Like 48 is like it still is abbreviated for me. Like I can tell a Chrono Mechanic story in 48 pages because it's not as dense as far as backstories, things like that, explanation, those type things. They're time repairmen. Something breaks down, they go repair it, right? That's the concept. And then the adventure is in them trying to fix the machine. So it's simpler, not in a bad way, but it's just a simpler concept. It's easier to explain. Black and white, there's a lot of complex dynamics between the two characters. Also, when I was writing early, like I wrote for about 20 years after the Black and White series was canceled. The ongoing series was canceled. I continued, and so what I started doing is I was trying to craft it more as a thriller, like a spy drama. And then what I realized is that, like I said, I'm all trial and error. I didn't go to school, stuff like that. What I started realizing is spy stories are all plot. There's very little characterization, and we wanted to tell a very character-driven story. And so I realized that I had to be a little less on plot if I was going to get character in there. So what we did is we tried to merge the two together as far as like hey, there she is. What's going on? What? What? What's up? What's up, Doc? All right, if you guys don't know, that's my lovely wife, Pamela, and she says it's up. Oh man, people in the chat, I wasn't even paying attention. Anyways, you guys, in a nutshell, that's the story. I was telling the origin of Black and White. Oh. And I did say this. I don't know if I ever said it to you face to face, but you had written so much great stuff for that initial 3 issues. Oh, thanks. And we just couldn't get it into. It was like a lot, just great stuff, but I couldn't get it in 3 issues. And remember, those issues were like 24, 26 pages. They were a little bigger than like the Marvel DC. Those were 22 pages, but still very limited. So I was telling them how like the 64-page format, you can get everything without compromise. You can get character, action, plot, all those things. So you guys apparently, unbeknownst to the masses, the early birds got in there and ransacked Black and White Volume 3, Sins of the Father. So let's see where we're at. And then I'll come back. I see some of you guys are, oh, shit. What? Randy Howell says he was backer number 1. It's live. All right. And I got to get this before I get lost. Randy, you didn't have to do this. $5 super check, backer number 1 for the feature tier V3. Yeah, and the High Octane Adventure. Super cool. Thank you, Randy Hall. Howell, you're so cool. There was, Auntie, Pamela sent everything out last night. And like I said, you guys, early, check your spam. It's late now, but let's go to the campaign. We might be able, I'm not sure how many of the early birds or where we're at. So we can kind of touch base and see where we're at with this. All right, so Sins of the Father, Volume 3, we got 1 backer, but it hasn't registered an amount yet. No, sometimes it takes time.
Well, if I
No. Just go with me on this. This is how I work. Okay, so we got 1 backer. Let's hit this refresh. We got 5 backers. We're at 455. You guys are the best. So we're only minutes into this thing. So cool, so cool. So let's see. We got the featured tier. We got 1 claimed. The High Octane, the main cover B. Oh man, we got 2 claimed for cover B. There's some fans. I had a feeling. I even said it out loud that that cover B might outdo cover A, which would probably, I don't think it's ever been done before. So we have C cover, which is the Carlo cover. We have the 1 and 2 High Octane. We have Early Bird with the 1, 2, and 3 still open. We have 1, 2, and 3. You guys aren't going for the early birds. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. 1 out of 100 on the back issues. We got the early bird featured. And we got the early bird jam. We got 1 early bird jam. Yeah, thank you guys. So we got 9 more there. And so we still have the artwork available. So thank you guys. That is,
you all are so awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys.
I was afraid I hadn't done it right.
Pamela almost stepped on it.
I'm not a techno person.
You guys, this has been not only, we started working on this right after we fulfilled Volume 2, so there was a long haul just as far as creating this thing, but we have had a lot of delays just as far as launching this thing, and the T-Bear household has been entrenched in drama for
at least 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like September started just heck on wheels.
Yeah, so you heard it here, heck on wheels at the T-Bear estate, and so it's it's starting to mellow out. We got the campaign launch, which is, oh my gosh, do you feel it? The burden?
Well, yes, because I thought I did something wrong. So now I can breathe again.
That's how we breathe.
If you ever hear that behind you, don't worry.
It's just
us.
Pamela. So yeah, this is the laughter of relief. Yeah.
Yes.
So this thing is up and running, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting it already. We are at a great start. So these are all the books. You know what? I'm going to put a link in the description now that I have an active link. And I think I might have some renters. So if you guys could drop links in there too. I haven't touched base with you guys in the chat because I wanted to give the pre-launchers some time to get in there and get those early birds. So at this point we're at level playing field. So there's still plenty of early birds, you guys. So I'll refresh and then we can see where we're at on the early birds, just so you guys know. What is that drop down? Go away. What is that? What happened? Oh, that's weird. It went all the way to the bottom. Oh shit! We got 9 backers, 770. We are almost at 1,000 in what? Maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Yeah. All right, you guys, you are killing it. Thank you. We got 3 of the featured. So let's go down to the early bird feature. Oh, you guys are so nice. You guys, I'm just going to let you guys know the early bird is there, and this is the feature. So I do appreciate you guys backing at the higher amount. But you know what? These early birds are there for you guys as well. So definitely take advantage of them. Save yourself a little cash. It's all good. That's why we have these here. And we talked a little bit. If they sell out quickly enough, you know, we might do some reissue. But we got to make these really limited. One, because some of these books we only have a few, so we don't want to like overbook, overpromise with these books. So we got to keep it kind of modest. So I'm going to play this video. And then Pamela has a story for the day for you guys. Love everything about this trailer. Get goosebumps! It's kind of Batman Beyond. Remember the trailer for Batman Beyond? I love that. I got it. Yeah. That video was done by the great Phil Diaz. Thank you, Phil, for bringing your talents in. Let me hit this refresh real quick. 9 backers. We are 11 backers. We are a stone's throw away from 1,000. You guys are the best.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You guys, the reason we do this is because we love sharing our characters and their stories with people that also want to just read a fun story.
Yeah.
And look at great artwork.
Yeah, no complications, no agenda, just good, clean fun.
Just fun.
And so I'm going to apologize if you guys didn't get the links. Those did go out last night, and that went without a glitch. So they might have went to your spam.
Yeah, because they were all email.
Yeah, so those signups. But the good thing is, like we just went over, all the early birds are still there. So Auntie, if you want to get in and take advantage of one of those early birds, they're still up. They're very, very limited, but they're there. Let's see what Randy says. The link for the early bird signups directs to actual campaign when it goes live. Okay. So we got Jimmy Reyes. What's up? My inker brother from another mother. Let's see. Darren Wagner says, I always like the chemistry of the partnership between Greenhorn and Kato. Better than Batman and Robin. Yeah, because they felt more like equals, I think. More like a partnership. Yeah. And the thing is, you guys, just to tease, tomorrow night on the Bros, we are going to do pop culture duos. And so, like, it's going to range from like the Lone Ranger and Tonto to Green Hornet Kato, which were definitely connected. There's a family lineage there, and they were created by the same person. And then there's even like Han Solo and Chewbacca. So there's all kinds of like cool culture duos. I mean, the obvious one is Batman and Robin, but we're going to be doing that, and I'm hosting tomorrow night's show. So,
my favorite didn't have a sidekick.
Who was your favorite?
Zorro.
Yeah.
I loved Zorro as a kid.
Well, Disney had that great TV show. Yep. Remember that?
I never missed it.
They showed that on Disney Plus when we still had Disney Plus, and I watched a few of those. They're kind of formulated like all TV was back then, but still really, really good. And I do think Zorro is the template for the vigilante type characters. So like Batman, the rich guy that dawns on,
a new persona
to fight the powers that be.
My mom saved up and got me the cape, and it had the sword, the little sword. And I ran around the house in my cape and my sword.
I told you, man. Pamela's a big action adventure person. Art, you should have bought that Black Beauty. Tell it you gave me permission. Yeah. Pamela said buy it. Could you imagine that guy just like at the show? We give him a credit card, and we buy the Black Beauty, and then I drive us home in Black Beauty.
Oh, come on. You would have never put my rump in that car. It would have just been.
You would have had to sit in the back, because that's where the phone and that's where Green Hornet did. So I would be the Kato. I would be chauffeuring you around town. I always thought that was a little strange, the dynamic. Like they're in their vigilante, but yet he's still kind of acting like the valet. Like get in the shotgun chair, Green Hornet.
Well, Kato was a good driver.
Kato, I think in the original, he was Filipino, and so then because Bruce Lee was Chinese, they made him Chinese in the series.
Huh.
I think he might have been like 3 different nationalities over the years.
Well, Bruce Lee, though, I mean, honestly,
he is Kato.
He's Kato. No way around.
Yeah, you can't transcend that. Okay, I'm going to catch up real quick, Pamela, and get past the sign-up thing and the launch stuff, and then you can tell the Veterans Day story. Hyper Wizard, hey, Art, it was pretty crazy to find Black and White, #1 from the Image days.
Wow.
Yeah, the other week. It's now a prize. I'm so glad. And if you don't have the Origin Saga, sit on those. That's based on those 3 issues. So get those and do like a comparison so you can kind of get an idea of what the new Black and White is like versus the 94 Black and White. Randy says, if I were a mod here, wait, okay, hey Randy, hold on, Randy. I'm going to make you a mod. You're going to be mod-rific. All right, let's make Randy Howell a mod. Add as moderator. Managing moderator, standard moderator. Let's give you standard. Save. Hey, Randy, you're an official mod now. So post away, my brother. We have Past Master, who's a wrencher from way back. So thank you for posting these. I do appreciate it. Jab Styler was backer 5. Sweet baby Christmas. Randy, again, Past Master, Black and White 3 is live. Sign up. Oh, Randy's paying attention.
He's on it.
He's on it. Now he's got a wrench. He's got the power to make it so.
I got the power.
Was it don't? Hey Art, just joined, so I probably missed it. But is there a secret perk for the trading card if we signed up? No, if you signed up, just back a tier. Just back a tier and you'll get that Juju trading card. So all you have to do at this point, if you've already signed up for the pre-launch, you will get that trading
Yeah, because
card.
I printed all those names out, so yeah.
Yeah, you'll get that.
You'll get it.
Oh man, Randy dates way back. Poocherford.
Oh my God! He's a good boy.
He's a good dog now. We go out for breakfast, and so these places we kind of go through drive-throughs. We don't go in anymore. We bring him, and then so wherever we go, he gets breakfast too. So he had a what is that?
A
Whataburger taquito this morning.
Egg taquito.
Yeah, so we took it out of the tortilla, just gave him the egg. But yeah, he had that. So we got some Pam fans.
Oh,
Hail Pam!
I got a fan.
Hola! You got two. You only have two, so don't get too crazy. You only got Randy, and you only got Jimmy Reyes. So
well, I got the best ones then.
you did. Hey Pedro, why didn't you say hey Pamela? Yeah, what's up with that? Eight backers. Joe was backer 3. Backer 3, cover B, backer 9. Oh, you backed 2 tiers. Thank you. I don't know what Pedro's laughing at. He's just laughing out loud. For some crazy reason, Pedro's just laughing out loud. All right, I want to kind of see where I want to see Randy's name with the wrench there. Hyper Wizard backer 10. I got the full package. Hell yeah!
Aww.
Thank you. We got Sacco, Johnny Sacco, backer 8 checking in. All right. Stephen Rockwood, loved your trading card from last campaign. Can you please make it possible to add High Octane 2 as an add-on? I'll write this down.
Yeah.
High Octane 2 add-on. Yeah, we haven't gotten the add-on phase. We were going to start doing add-ons about the midway because we should have covered D by then. That's what we're hoping. All right. You speak, we listen. All right. Omer Glitch says, is there a combo with deal with individual covers with High Octane 2?
There's the featured.
Yeah, you can get. I'll go over it real quick, and also we can refresh because that always is good for morale. All right. Here we go. All right. So let's share. All right, you guys should be seeing this. All right. So, okay. So he wants. Well, wait. Oh, with all the covers. So he's talking about volume 1 and 2, right? I would assume.
I thought he was talking about High Octane.
Oh yeah, High Octane. I guess it would be 2. But what does he mean by all the books?
Go back because I can't really see.
Yeah, because we have the featured, which has all the books for this campaign, new books for this campaign. So we have the A, which is the main cover, the B and C cover, plus High Octane 2. But if you go down, and we still have some of these as the Early Bird Jam. The Early Bird Jam has it has volume 1, volume 2, the original 2 books. It has volume 3, the main cover, the B cover, and the C cover. It has High Octane 2 and High Octane 1. So basically, all the black and white books are in the Early Bird Jam. So you can get a $10 discount right now if you back the Early Bird Jam. Plus, you'll get the 11 by 17 Juju print. So that's all the books. And hopefully, to answer your question, that has both 1 and 2 of the adventures.
We will also, keep the note about doing some add-ons.
Doing it as an add-on, yeah. So we got 11 backers. Holy shit! Oh, you guys are the best. 16 backers, 3,655. We have 61 days left. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you guys so much.
I'm a little overcome.
Pamela's crying. I'm just relieved that all of this worked, because there's Pamela and I have no idea what we're doing. We are not computer people. We are not tech people. We have had a hell of a couple weeks just dealing with broken computers and crap like that. So when we see this, we're it's not only oh yeah, we're getting backers, we're getting people that are going to enjoy the book, but we're also what was the sound? So that's the sound of relief. It's
Sarah will go crazy.
Sometimes, she does that. I think she's having a stroke, but it's all good. It's all good. We are at the stroke age after all. We have hit the stroke age. We are in the official stroke zone. So anyway, let me read this again, because I'm really just having a good time here. Omer says, is there a combo deal with individual covers with the high octane? Yeah, I mean, the closest is that the Jam. Yeah, the Jam has every book, so you can get high octane 1 and 2. You can get all the variants, A, B, and C, and the print, and then you can get issues 1 and 2.
And then when you get variant cover D, that'll be a tier and an add-on.
Yeah, so we're going to do that as an add-on, and so I guess we could do the high octane 2 as an add-on now, but you can buy it separately though. You can buy it in a tier. We'll look into it. For sure. Let's see. Johnny Sacco. I'm sorry, it's just Sacco. I'll Sacco you in the eye. Was hoping for an add-on for another high octane. Aren't there 2 of them?
Yes. Oh, again, it's on the featured. What did we do wrong?
No, he wants an add-on.
Okay.
So you can buy the volume 2 as a tier. It is available unto itself.
But put it down there, and
I already wrote it down.
I'll make an add-on.
So I don't know if this helps you guys. I'm not sure we're in step with you guys, but here you can get the high octane 2 with this tier here. So you can get high octane 2 by itself, and then you can get high octane 1 and 2 in this tier.
I don't know what the Sacco backed.
He might not have backed yet. He might be asking questions to try to figure out what he should back. So that's what I'm trying to answer. So yeah, you can get 1 and 2 here. You can get 1 separately. I think he might want to customize a tier. So he might have. Yeah, you know what, you guys? If there's anything else you want us to add on,
let us know.
Because none of the variants are as add-ons. And I know some of you guys like to customize orders.
Yeah.
So, but I like the tiers. I thought we covered most of the bases here. At least we tried, but maybe the add-ons will help you guys. So we don't have those add-ons yet, but we'll get to that and see if we can get at least that volume 2 high octane as an add-on. So that'd be very, very cool. So we got 17. We are closing in on 4K, you guys. Thank you so much. So let me make sure we're all good in the chat. 11 backers away. What is that? Baby. Babe. Also, the Y is okay. Baby. All right. Okay. Citizen Ronan says he's backer 13. That's the lucky number. Congrats, Art and Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do appreciate it. There are some Pamela T. Bear fans in the house. Let's see. Randy might. Omer, you're right. There are no add-ons. Yeah, there's no add-ons at this point. Not yet. Pedro says Cato was a manservant. That was the front. Yeah, but it's weird that even when they were the heroes, like the vigilantes, he still kind of had the chauffeur role. So they didn't because the Green Hornet sat in the back. If he would have sat shotgun, it wouldn't have seemed like he was still the manservant guy. No one expects a roundhouse kick from a manservant. That's true. We got Past Master. Hey, Pam.
Hey.
Ta-da.
Now I feel good.
Oh, wait. Citizen Ronan says, you made a Canadian Ahmad? Shameful. So I guess Randy Howell is a Canadian. Doc Brewski, hail, brother. Yeah, there you go. There's the wrench. Randy's showing off his wrench. No problem. And look at this. As soon as the wrench goes on, he gets to work. Hey, guys, click that link. Go over, back a book. You know what? We should make a pledge right now. You want to stay live till we get to 5? Okay. All right. So Pam's got a story. I'm going to keep teasing it to you guys. It's a Veterans Day story. It is very, very touching. She tells great stories. Past Master says, I was in my 50s when I started this gig. I thought you were going to say I was in my 50s when I had my first stroke. And Dio says, be a backer, get a wrench. Refresh. I don't know how far back I am, you guys. I'm probably pretty far back. Let's see. I call him Scoots. I don't know who Scoots is. The only thing I can think is Arrow. Arrow doesn't scoot too much, though. He knows better.
Yeah.
He knows better than to do the scoots. She's got 3 fans, Art.
Boy, I'm cooking now.
You know what, Pedro? She was kind of a Pedro Egg fan for a while, but she might be reconsidering her allegiance. She did like the story you came up with. She really did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you're a good guy. Torchbearer Studios, Pam, can you convince my wife to help with my campaign? Tell her how much fun you have.
You don't want to see the bald spots on my head where I rip my hair out.
It's not a pretty sight. I'll just say it this way. Okay, I made a pledge to her, a vow, sickness, death, and it said bald spots. So
yes, when we're doing campaigns.
Yeah. Joe says, I said aloha, Pam. All right.
Hey, Joe.
Pedro says 15 backers so far. Yeah. Richard said backer 11, cover B. Sweet.
What do they do on that cover B?
I think that cover B is going to do very, very well. Hey, Randy, you're working now. You don't have to give the super chats, but I do appreciate it. I refunded backer 1 to get the early bird. Okay, you guys.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, be very, very because I'll go over it again. We have 3 early birds, and they're based on already existing tiers, but they're at a discount. So at this point, at this point, I don't want anybody overpaying. Right. So I'll illustrate what I'm talking about. So here's the campaign. Let's hit refresh so we can. 18. We are literally a stone's throw from 4K. We're going to hang out and we'll forego lunch once we hit that 5K. So you might hear some stomachs growl depending on how long it takes to get there. But with your help, I'm pretty confident that we can do this. So, and also you guys, if you could tweet out, I should actually do that now. Maybe I'll let Pamela do do the driving, and I'll go and I'll post out that we're live, because we still haven't
Done
given
the
the updates yet, and I haven't announced it on Twitter yet.
Well, I can go down and do an update.
You want to do that?
I'll do the stories, and then I'll just go down and do an update. Because it won't take me long.
Well, if you do the update, we might be able to get to that 5K faster. So do that, then tell the story. All right, tell the story. All right, I'm going to show you her face right now.
No, you're not. Just showing my...
No, I'm not. Okay, so where were we? We were at the early birds. All right, you guys, this early bird right here is volumes 1, 2, and 3. So the normal early bird is here. So there's 30 available, so you can get all 3 of the stories at a $10 discount. So we have that. So if you want to get back volumes, this is like a great place to do it. And then we have this early bird, which is the featured tier. So this is all the variant covers, the main cover A, B, and C, plus High Octane Adventures 2. So we got 3 of those 20 taken. And so then we have the early bird jam, which is everything that the campaign has to offer, plus a Juju 11x17 print. So we got 2 of those 10. So we still have we have 8 of the early birds for the jam left. We have what is that? 17 of the early bird featured left, and we have we have all 30 of the early bird. That's all 3 of the books. So yeah, you guys definitely take advantage of the early birds. We'll see if we can sell those out, and then everybody that comes in later can back, you know, the main tier stuff. 18. All right. So we are, yeah, like what is that? Like 145 away from 4K. So we're like 1145. So Pamela went down. She is going to send out updates on Oodles and on the Black and White Volume 2. See if we can get some more people. And I am going to announce this. So I'm going to share. I'm going to still talk, but I'm going to go over my other computer because I have to use that. And see if I can send out a link and make an announcement on Twitter or X, or however you choose, whatever you choose to call it. All right, let's do this. All right, let's see. Click this link. We are at 19 backers. Sweet. All right, I'm copying, going over to X, hit post. Black and white are live on Indiegogo. So, comma, click the link for the adventure to begin. All right. Let me click. Let me see. Black and White are live on Indiegogo, so click the link for the adventure to begin. Hold on. I'm putting the link in. I got to do this on another computer because things are jacked. My computer is jacked. All right. see if it went out. We got it. So Black and White are live on Indiegogo. So click the link for the adventure to begin. So between Pamela doing the updates and that, we should be able to bring some new people in. And if you guys could, some cool guerrilla marketing, we can help get the word out. See if we can get to that 5K before lunch. Number 2 climbs the the podium to take the center dais. Oh, what's going on? Go Donald Trumpus. Trump us. Oh, I see. Go Donald Trump us. Yeah, we all benefit. Thanks, Brody. Yeah, hopefully 2025, man. Hopefully we do some ass kicking in 2025. Here's the link, you guys. Sins of the Father, Volume 3. Click that sucker. Let the party begin. We need to get some new people into this stream so we can get to that 5. Omer Glitch, sorry, cover A with high octane or cover B with high octane. So on. Okay, I understand. Or just make it an add-on would solve it. I see what you want to do. Yeah, we'll as soon as we click out of here and have some lunch, we'll get into that, Omer, for sure. JG Martinez says, good afternoon, neighbor. I see you have a nice haircut. Hello, Pam. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. For sure. Sacco, Johnny Sacco. Yeah, I think I still need high octane. One which will watch this space for new stuff. We offer it, but not alone. The problem with high octane 1 is it's limited. So I don't think we can do it really as an add-on. So there's 2 places you can get it. You can buy 1 and 2 of high octane together, or you can get it in the jam. You can get 1 and 2. And then, of course, you can get the you can get the jam at a early bird special price right now before we sell out. Hello, Mighty Chat. What is up? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Got the featured perk. Stephen Rockwood Drawing says, you need 1 tier to buy just 1 copy each of both Volume 3 and High Octane 2. I do. There is a tier that you can just get Volume 3 and you can get High Octane 2. I'll show you. Okay. Boom, baby. So we're back. So if we go to the tiers, we have right here, you can get High Octane 2 here for 15. And then we have the main book, cover A, right here. So you can get single books, and then you can get all the variant covers separate too. So you can get cover B, which, by the way, you guys are digging it, man. 7 claimed. And we got the Carlo Barberi cover C. And then you can get 1 and 2 here. So we do have all the books separate. And then we have like the feature where you can get everything for this campaign, all the variant covers plus the high octane. And then you can get all the books. You can get volume 1, 2, and 3, the variants, and high octane 1 and 2. So we got that going. For some reason, people keep asking about high octane 2. And I don't see any. Pamela's she just came back in the studio. So there's no backers yet for high octane 2 and for the main cover. So people are asking, like, make a tier just for those books. But we have a tier.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we don't have any claimed yet, so I'm not sure if those are working. But definitely B is, look at that, Pamela, 7 claimed. I think we're going to have a lot of Bs. Yeah. So we're
I
still.
have to figure out too. I've never done add-ons, so I have to figure out how to make an add-on.
Yeah. It takes us a while to do this stuff, but we eventually get there. All right. So there's that. We got 18 backers. I'm going to hit refresh. We got 20. Oh, no way. We're almost 4K. Almost 4K. What, maybe 20 minutes, half hour? Half hour at least, maybe longer.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. 20 backers, 3,093. I think the numbers.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the numbers are kind of going back and then up because I think a lot of you guys are kind of figuring out stuff and maybe canceling orders and then going in for those early birds, which is what we want.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's why these things exist.
Every dime, matters to everybody.
Yeah, especially in with Bidenomics, which apparently is supposed to be a good thing, but it really isn't. All right, so I'm going to catch up a little bit, and then Pamela's going to tell her.
It's not really a story.
It's a story behind it's a story. Not a personal story, but it is a story. When you backed it,
last time
Octane came. Oh, you mean like just have the 2 books, like the main book plus High Octane?
Okay.
We can do that.
I could go down and.
Okay, so we would do kind of a jam with the main book plus High Octane 2. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So I guess people wanted the main book and the High Octane.
No problem. I can make up a tier.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks for explaining that.
If it's an add-on, it should be the shipping should be cheaper, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's only like another $1 or $2. But if it's a High Octane, $1 like for shipping.
Yeah. So we'll look into that, definitely, Robert, and try to do that for you guys. Almost halfway to full funding. Yeah, baby. Listen to Randy. He speaks the word of wisdom. Share the campaign link on social media, especially if you're a backer. Yeah, you guys announce, say, I'm backer 1, I'm backer 2. I mean, that is really a good advertising. Thank you, Randy, for that. Omer says, the reason I was asking is because if I just want volume 3, just 1 cover and High Octane 2, I will get charged twice for shipping. Completely understand.
Now we got it.
We understand it now.
Yes.
So thank you.
And I will. I can go down and make another tier.
Yeah, do that, and then we can get Omer. We can get Omer on board,
Let me go
and
do that.
other people that are talking right now. Because you guys, this is all. We're here for you, so we can customize these things, and if there's an oversight, we can fix it. It's so weird because there's so many moving parts to these things. So every time you put a tier, you have to think how that affects the other tiers, or how that affects the overall campaign. So it's a little challenging. So this was an oversight. So we'll take care of that, Omar. I think in the back of my brain, I was thinking, well, the featured tier, look at my hair. It would take care of that, but it doesn't. You're right. So the main 2 new books in the campaign should have their own tier. Yes. It seems obvious now. But I'm a nice Canadian, not one of those, what is that, convincing Trudeau types? What is that, convening? Trudeau types? Yeah. That dude's a knucklehead. Yeah, I got my my dad, his whole family is French Canadian. I think they came over from Canada to the States uh, in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. And I want to say he was born here, um, but he remembers Canada because I think they were right on the border or something. So he went back to visit his family a lot when he was young. So my lineage, I guess, is French Canadian as well. So that's where the T bear comes from. It's French. So and yeah, so his family came over here. I do believe he was born here, and then they kind of migrated to California when the auto industry in Michigan, in Detroit, kind of went belly up. I think he was building Harley Davidsons. Um, my dad was working factory stuff. I think it was the Harleys. I don't think anything's really built in Detroit anymore. So that place just dried up because there was no work. JG Martinez says exactly. That's what the cool kids say nowadays, right? You're cooking now. You're cooking now. Pedro says, "Hey, come on, Pam. Is a director general of this whole art. I'm Team Pam all the way." So now you're taking a shot at me? I thought we were friends. This whole operation, I mean, I'm going to shut up now. Wait, did the stream freeze? It shouldn't, man. I got all this new stuff. I spent all this money for all this new stuff, man. You know what? But it's alive. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna click off this. We no longer need that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do in case there's anybody came in late. I want to show this. All right, you guys. This is what the interiors are gonna look like. So this is a finished page, pencils, inks, and coloring. So this is page 6 for Black and White, Volume 3, Sins of the Father. So this book is going to be amazing. It's going to it's just going to rock. I'm so freaking proud of it. We're off to a tremendous start, you guys. Thank you so very, very much. Keep backing, keep tweeting out, share on your social media. Really share on Instagram and Facebook because I don't have it Instagram or Facebook anymore. So we got that. And then here's one of the big bads. He's kind of like a traditional Marvel villain with an oversized head. He's kind of like the leader. And he's got a helmet that it helps him control tech, mech, robots. And as you can see, this robot is wreaking havoc on our heroes. Our dynamic duo, if you will, Black and White. So yeah, you guys, that's the level of what this book is going to look like. So it's going to be amazing. I also have a stack of pages over here that I'm working on. I think with the new camera, I can actually show one of the pages off. Yeah, here we go. And the new camera is actually, for some reason, it doesn't all turn white. So this is still work in progress, but you can kind of see it. And then the middle tier. So yeah, so I haven't been able to dedicate a lot of time to it because I've been live streaming and putting the campaign together. But pages are coming along. About a third of the book is done. So we're in a way better place than we were with volume 2. So cross your fingers, things happen, but we should be able to get this campaign done a lot Nicholas says, I have a limited reach, but share it out on X as well. It doesn't matter. Every little bit helps. Howdy, go forth and kick ass, Art. Yes, Crazy Cat, indeed. Please, yes, listen to Randy Howell. Share the campaign link on social media, especially if you're a backer. Yeah, and share your backer number. It'll be cool. Yeah, Art. It's good art. I like that. 100%. Yeah. All right. My nose is getting itchy. 24 backers? Wait a minute. Are you serial? Hold on. I'm gonna share out. I don't think Randy is prone to exaggeration. Let's do this. All right. Sins of the Father. Boom, baby. All right. We are at 20 backers, 3,983. That's right. Let's hit this refresh button. 25 backers. We are over 4K, 4,259. I think all your tweeting out, your Facebook sharing is helping you guys. Very, very cool. Thank you so very much. Let's play this video again. Cover B. You guys are the best. Thank you so, so very much. I do appreciate that. We are, oh my gosh, what are we, like 740, something like that? I don't know. Away from that 5K. So thanks again. You guys are the best. So let's there was something I wanted to show. What just that's what I wanted to do. I want to see, like, okay, so the main cover, we got 3 backers now. So the main cover is on the map now. So the competition has begun. And then cover B is 7 backers. I'm going to declare now, I think cover B is going to outsell the main cover. And I'm not sure that's ever happened, at least as far as the dedicated tier. Because Pamela's putting together right now the main cover A and volume 2 of High Octane. Ooh, we got one of the Carlo Barberi covers claimed. Very cool. Very, very cool, you guys. So we got the duo, the 1 and 2 High Octane Adventures. Yeah, these are going to be limited, you guys, because we don't have a lot of volume 1s. So we did overprint, but not a crazy, crazy amount. The early bird, we're still for 1, 2, and 3. We still haven't got a taker on that. But 1, 2, and 3 for the non-early bird, we do have 2 backers for that. Thank you, guys. The artwork, yeah, I'll put some artwork together after lunch and post it up because I have to design it.
But it should be there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish going through the tiers and then I'll hit refresh and see if it's there. Okay. Early bird feature, we got 3 for the feature tier. That is cool. Early bird jam, we got 2, so there's 8 more left, and we got 1 backer for the jam. Let's see original artwork. Oh, actually, we did sell the original artwork for B. So that B is popular. Yeah, awesome. All right, so I'm going to go back up. I'm going to hit. Okay, so Pamela, I don't know if you've seen this. I got to share this. 4,259.25 backers.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is awesome. You guys are the best. Okay, so I'm in the tiers. Let me hit refresh, see if that new tier shows up. It'll probably be blank.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, you guys.
Okay.
All right, so we have Volume 3 main cover and the High Octane Adventures Volume 2. So 25, 35, 40. Yep, at 40. So also, you guys remember, you're going to get Pamela and my signature on each and every one of these books. So Pamela is always my co-writer on these. She works as an editor, and also the voice of these characters is pretty much her. So I come up with suggestions, and then she puts them in character. And she's really super, super good at that. So no matter who we're writing with, which we're working with Aaron Sparrow on this one, and we're working with Pedro Ang, but the dialogue is all going to be filtered through me and mostly Pamela. So that's kind of how the dynamic works, the working relationship. So I'm getting all crazy. So I had to hit refresh to see if we got a backer on this new tier. Yes! Woohoo! Yeah, we got a backer for the main cover and the High Octane too. So thanks, guys. Do appreciate that. Let me go up. I'm going to hit this refresh button and see how much closer we are to 528. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are making my day.
Yeah. You got to start thinking about where you're going to let me take you for lunch. We got a celebratory lunch. And then we'll look into those add-ons. And then, yeah, I'll just start doing a bunch of advertising. And whatever time, it depends on when I get all that stuff done. I may do another live stream before the Kings. And so the plans are, if there's time for that before the Kings, which is usually around 6, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, sometimes 8, depends. So if I can get a show in between there, I will, and maybe I'll try to invite some people in. We'll just kind of hang out. But definitely the Kings. So I already worked it out with Ethan, and so then post Kings with John Malin. So we'll see if we can get some more backers with basically different audience. It's the same, but it's slightly different as well. So Leg Kick 1 says, Art is a heck of an artist.
Yep.
And can tell a fun story too.
Yep. I love listening when I especially heard when he and Pedro were doing the volume 2 of High Octane, and I'd hear him up here. Every once in a while, someone come through, and I'd hear him laughing, or this would be good, and then I'm down there laughing.
Yeah, because we were just kind of, not that with Pedro, with truly creative people, it's never a struggle. Like working with Pamela, it's never a struggle. She just, I'm going to be honest, she just has a knee-jerk reaction to anything I say.
Well, I'm your wife.
So it doesn't really matter.
I'm not a witch. I'm your
wife. Hey. If you don't know what that's a reference to, go back in the chat. Well,
we're giddy. We're punchy.
We're punchy. But anyway, I forgot where we were. We were talking about working and having a good time. So with really creative people, once they get the stick out of their butt,
are you talking about
me? Maybe. Pedro's born with the stick in his butt. Some people call it a tail. It's a stick. But anyway, so whenever you meet these people, it's never effort, it's always fun. And I just love the creative process. So we always try to find like people that we can partner with that are just having a good time. And my mantra with comics has always been, if I can't have a good time, why do it? Because to be honest, early on in my career, I had opportunity to do other things that made way more money. But I love the art form. I loved the freedom. There's more freedom in it now with CG than there ever was. But I mean freedom, like I don't have to go to a place to work. I don't have to, traffic and commute and all that other stuff. So I always liked that. And then the plus is always finding really good people. Pedro's one, Pamela is another, and it's just a joy to work with. So you always have fun. So I think what Pamela's talking about when Pedro and I were brainstorming is we were just kind of throwing stuff back and forth, but then we went, it's kind of like Gremlins, and then we were like, yeah, because it's sometimes like when you're writing and you go, okay, this character, and it's a blank slate, and you're trying to develop them, but then you go, this actor or this actor playing this character. And then all of a sudden it kind of clicks. So then you kind of have a voice in your head, and then you have like even kind of a visual of what the character might look like. So as soon as we came up with that, it just wrote itself. And Pedro came up with a great script. And I do have to say, I think Pamela has gone on record saying that High Octane 1 was her favorite black and white story of all time.
It is fun. It just and the second one is coming up, on that. And I just love how kids could read this and just get a lot out of it, and I think they would enjoy it, and adults, because there are little things that I just love them. I think they're awesome.
It's good, clean fun.
Yep,
And to be honest, like it's tough trying because I don't want to go, well, it's an all ages book, because some people go, well, it's just for kids.
Right.
It's really not.
Nope.
Like I'm an animation fan. You can see the Batman animation, you can see some of the Disney animation over there. Simpsons, so I'm an animation guy. I love animation. So when Pedro came up with that style, that black and white animated style, we had to do the book. So I know there's other people like me that like animation. So if you're an animation fan, you're going to love it. But it's something you can definitely read with your kids, or you can give to your kids. Having said that, black and white, the main books have always been just pretty much just normal,
Action, adventure.
just
Yes.
normal comics like we
Yeah.
grew up with. So there's no agenda. There's no real gratuitous stuff. I mean, we'll get kind of sexy with it. There might be a little blood, but nothing. I mean, by today's standards, nothing that's going to send your kid into a freak out
Therapy.
mode. Yeah. That's your kid reading High Octane. Hey. What are you reading, Junior? I'm reading High Octane by Pedro Reg. So anyway, thank you, Darren Backer 28 right here. Hail T-Bear. T-Bear's, yeah, thank you. We got Gina. Gina, was that Coulter or Court? Yeah, Coulter. Backer 21. Thank you, Gina. It really looks good. Wait a minute. You know what? I recognize that eye, Gina. Okay, let me know if I'm right. What is his name? It's the lead singer for Def Leppard. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name right now. But let me know if that's the lead singer for Def Leppard. Okay, Randy Howe says 25 backers.
Wow.
Sweet baby Christmas. Sacco. Oh yeah. Do you have High Octane V1 already? Totally forgot it came with Volume 2. My bad. Thanks, Joe Bernardo. And you guys are on it. Thank you, guys. I mean, this is a great community. CG Comics. This is a great place to be. This is freedom doing comic books. I've said before, I want to retire here. 2 years away from retirement age. So I got to get some comics done, right? 2 years. I'll probably still be doing comics past then, but I do think of myself as retiring at Comicsgate.
Who did you say?
It's drawing.
Ah.
No.
Secret.
No. It isn't going to be that easy, Stephen. Oh, wait. Randy says 741 away from 5K.
No.
Sweet. I feel like I should start going, hey, 6K. JG Martinez says the years of experience from art shows each and every time in his books. When I was a kid, I remember your art in comic books. Now I'm happy we made a reconnection again.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am too.
And he is old.
I can't. I didn't want to laugh. I was trying to do the poker face, but I couldn't do it. You're so damn funny. Okay. All right. Joe says you need tiers of each cover with high octane too. Oh my gosh, dude, we'll have like 1 billion tiers. Maybe we are going to look into the add-ons. So we're going to look into the add-ons. So we not only could do high octane 2, we could do high octane A, B, and C covers. So we can try that. But also, if you buy multi-books with the tiers, there is kind of a built-in discount for shipping. With the shipping, you guys, it's always
that's agonizing.
It's always agonizing for us. So we decided with a lot of these shipping costs, we're just going to absorb some of it. And hopefully, with the sheer numbers that hopefully we can get to, it will offset. Yeah, it'll offset those things.
Because the United States Postal Service, just because Christmas is coming up, they raised their rates again twice.
Within a few months. Right?
No, within a couple of days of each other.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
Christmas
for the other stuff, yeah.
And it's like, greed much? My golly, people are struggling, and they're going, oh, it's Christmas, lots of packages, let's boost our rates.
Exactly, yeah. So Gina says, I like cover C, but I wanted a cover that art drew, so I got B. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that B is going to be the standout on this campaign. Randy says 4,389, 27 backers. You guys click this link. Let's continue. Let's get to that 5K, you guys. Tweet out, share out on your social media. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. Darren Wagner, Art, I need an elevator pitch for Black and White to share with my friends to get them to look at your campaign and maybe back. Can you give me an elevator pitch that I can relate to them? Yeah, actually, there's a pretty good one that's on the site itself. So basically, I'll give you the elevator pitch. Well, I'll read this, but I'll also add. Well, I'll add first, and then I'll read this. Okay, so Black and White are they're a duo, and they started off kind of as, I guess, a couple that had an attraction, a male-female attraction, and so they were kind of crushing on each other. And so Reed was he is a retired MI10 agent. So he was looking for something else to do, like instead of being a spy, like try to work in the private sector, things that he's never done before. So he's an importer export. So he got in touch with, or this company got in touch with him, and it's a small brewery in China, in rural China, and the Sung's it's a family brewery, and Whitney's trying to help, and they're her uncle and her Uncle Yi are trying to make a go of their father's dream, her father's dream. And so there was a horrific murder in her past, and her father was killed. And she thought justice was done, but she's always felt uneasy about it. And so then, Black and White, Blackett and Whitney's song have this attraction. Reed's trying to help their business with the import export to try to build an audience, get that beer out to the masses, and so it's going pretty good. But then that niche, that thing that Whitney had, that feeling that never went away, it rears its ugly head. So her past comes back to haunt her, and so at that point, she just wants what she thinks is justice, which is just killing this guy. And so this is basically the plot of 1 and 2. So then she tries to exact, justice, but it's not justice, it's vengeance. So Reed, being a spy, being in that kind of area where you kill, sometimes you can feel bad for things that you've done. And that's also why he stopped being a spy. And you'll find out a lot of these details in volume 3 and 4. Why he left MI10. So anyway, he sees her going down a path that isn't healthy. He loves her. He likes her. He doesn't want to see her, either. He doesn't want to see her pay the price for any of these actions. So then he comes in and he helps her, or he thinks he helps her by donning on this vigilante guys. So they're going to go out as Black and White, and they're going to bring this guy to justice, or so they think. But she's very headstrong. She has what she wants done. She still wants this guy dead. So that's kind of the yin yang dynamic of the characters. That she doesn't fall in line with his ideology or his beliefs, and he doesn't hers as well. So basically, his idea of justice is Black and White. So her idea of justice is kind of in that gray area somewhere. So anyway, that's kind of the setup.
But then you got to read the book to see the whole ballistic fight and the whole Jake Chang, what and who he is.
Yeah, and what he did, and all of these things that led up to her feeling the way she does.
Yeah, but then the very quick pitch for Sins of the Father is, go ahead, Art.
Instead of a much-needed vacation, see Volume 2, Black and White are up to their necks in strange happenings. There is only an empty coffin where the body of Reed's father should be. Keep in mind, Reed's father was MI10 as well. So he is a generation before Reed. And so there was a mysterious death. And so where Reed's father's body was, or should be. Sickness overtakes Gray, and a beautiful but deadly voodoo priestess is making zombies right, left, and center. This new adventure from the evil genius that is R.T. Barrett will send our heroes into the world of voodoo nightmares and a murderous immortal that has hated the Blacketts for centuries. Lord Fagin will stop at nothing to wipe the Blackett lineage from the face of the earth. Black and White 3 is written by R.T. Bear, Aaron Sparrow, Pamela T. Bear, with action-packed breakdowns done by the awesome Alan Patrick, with dazzling finishes by R.T. Bear, and beautiful colors by Brian Magg. This 64-page graphic novel is one you'll want in your library of comic books. So that's kind of the nutshell. So if you gave your friend the link and then just said that they're a vigilante team, and that Reed has MI10 ties. So he's kind of like he's like Batman meets James Bond. So he's a vigilante. So it's based loosely on those duos like Batman, Robin, but more like Green Hornet and Kato. So they kind of have that dynamic. And we have a Alfred type character in the book. His name's Brooks Gray. So we did use that as a template, but it's nothing like those ideas at all. So I hope that helped.
It's a fun action adventure. if you're someone that likes, just sitting back and reading something that's going to transport you into another time, and just a visceral sort of fun time, it's a book for you.
Yeah, we got supernatural. We got high tech robots, mech. Also just keep in mind, like, this is a future tense story, but it's not based in any kind of reality. So I kind of took from George Lucas with Star Wars, where it's a galaxy far, far away. What he's saying with that opening is that this is not Earth, and these are not humans or Earthlings. This is something that is completely made up. And so with Black and White, I wanted to do the same. So Black and White's world is kind of based on ours, but it's in the not too far flung future, and it's completely made up. So we have supernatural, we have sentient robots, we have evil maniacal people. So it's kind of all of, like, I guess what like a Marvel universe would be, or a DC universe would be, with all those elements.
And it's all just fun stuff that comes out of our heads.
Yeah, because we didn't want to limit like Black and White to any specific. Like, we didn't want to go, well, Black and White is just a thriller, it's just a spy drama, or it's just, a straight up action adventure. It's a lot of these things all thrown together. And I think that's what makes it interesting, and also what gives us story ideas, because this one's got a lot of supernatural elements to it. The first volume and the second volume did as well, but it was a little bit more low key. This stuff's going to be more overt. So, oh shit! Wait, what happened?
Oh,
wait, what happened? Maybe. Oh, okay. Where were we? I didn't pay attention. We were at 4. 3 something. Oh, sweet baby Christmas. So we got 32 backers. We have 4,708. So we're under 300 away from 5K. Oh my God. I know, this is insane.
This is fun.
Yeah, I am so happy, you guys, because so much work goes into these things. You have no idea how it's going to be, like, how you guys are going to receive it, how it's going to work, and holy crap, man. We left at Randy Howell's 27. Now we're 32. Yeah, so click this, you guys. I hope that helped. It was a little bit
it was more than an
elevator pitch, but yeah, because it's also very story oriented, these characters. But I would say, at the best, they're vigilantes with like a spy twist.
And we never wanted, like Reed, his father is dead. And he was branded a traitor. But we never wanted him to be one of those angsty type, oh, poor me, look at what happened in my life. We never wanted that. We wanted him to just be a normal, extremely smart, driven human being, and that has a lot of fun. And then the opposite side is White, who is ballistic. I mean, she is walking a powder keg constantly.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't like something, she'll pop you right in the nose and then move on.
So he's kind of a by the books guy. Like, so he believes in law, things like that. And she is more like the ends justify the means. So she believes like that she could do XYZ and it's okay, like compromise, but it's okay because the greater good will be served. But he's not like that. So what we want to do with the characters is sometimes she might be right, and sometimes he might be right as well. But maybe the combination of the two give somewhat of a balance to it, which is the black and white, the yin yang, all those ideas that are at play. So so that's kind of black and white, and then black has like this crazy back history of like, he was military trained, went into a spy training, secret, yeah, was recruited, and so he has all those elements to him. So
And she
he's
just has being
a hellion.
yes, on her side.
Okay, so now we're 554 away from 5K. Sweet.
Oh, Randy, cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Randy, you were doing a killer job here. Art got a haircut especially for the launch. I kind of did.
He was letting go of the burden of his hair.
Oh, I thought you were going to go into a freaking word salad.
Was,
burdened by what has been, and
got rid of it.
Mind blown. Good, clean, wholesome fun.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're 459 away from 5K.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet baby Christmas. Yeah, you guys.
Thank you. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, tweet out whatever you're doing. It's working, man. So keep going. Even just like this live stream, just social media that out, and we can get people. What was the question? I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry, Stealth X5. Refresh. I'm not sure how. Oh, I'm way back in the chat. Yeah, Joe Elliott. That's the I that I recognize. Yeah, the Def Leppard singer. 31 backers. Yeah, we're still kind of behind. So let me see if there's any. I don't want to miss any of your stuff here. Yep, Joe Elliott. The eyes have it. Joe Elliott is spying on us with his one eye. Well, they got a drummer with one arm. Too soon? Too soon for that joke? Whoa, I like this. Okay, 292 away from 5. Oh. I like doing this because it could already be at 5K, but I kind of like the drama that you guys are building in the chat here. Yeah, thank you, Crazy Cat, with your fresh new wrench. Oodles is there as well, you guys, but we're mostly focusing on black and white. But I do have an art book that is in demand right now. It is at the printers, and we should be fulfilling that early in December, probably, I don't know, second week.
Yeah,
early second week.
As soon as it comes in, and they've told us it'll be the 6th when it ships.
When it ships, so you got to give a couple days for it to get here.
I've got everything set up and ready to go as soon as it gets in. And then you were talking about oodles, and we've had a couple of people want to know. They email me and say, when are we going to get another chrono?
Yeah, what we're going to do, I announced it on one of these live streams, is we're going to do a garage sale or an estate sale or whatever. So like the T-Bear Vault, because we got like 50 books of this, we got 100 trading cards here, we got a mishmash of stuff, but we don't have anything enough to do a whole campaign. So let's just say we have like the Chrono Mechanics trading card set, which, by the way, you guys, is freaking awesome. And so we have backlog of those things. So we're going to count those. Let's say we have 100 of them. So then we'll do a tier where we'll have a tier for that trading card set, or the patches, like the black and white patches of the past. We'll have limited, tiers for that. Books, the Chrono Mechanics books, just stuff like that. Even maybe some of the high octane, some of the art books, the Oodles books, just different things. So that's what we're going to do. But we got a request here, Pamela. So we got the Veterans Day story. So we should do that, and then we'll come back and refresh.
Well, it's like I said, it's not really a story, but last night I was researching some stuff on on Veterans Day. And I found out why it is always on November the 11th. And I never knew this. But World War I ended in November on the 11th, which is the 11th month, which ended on the 11th day at the 11th hour. And so that's why I get teary-eyed to think that people die for
us.
For us, yes. And then I was researching a little on the poppy and the colors. The red is,
well, let's back up. They wear the poppy, and so it's symbolic.
right.
Yeah.
And the red is for the blood that is shed. And the black that's around the poppy is for the grief of the families and loved ones of the people that don't make it back and that are hurt. And the little green stem you always put at the 11 o'clock hour, because that stands for the November 11th at the 11th hour. And when I was reading that stuff last night, it just did something to me because I've always had such a wonderful life in America. I mean, it's just a wonderful. I grew up in West Virginia in the 50s, and I had a wonderful life. And to think that people died that I will never know.
Strangers that made the ultimate sacrifice.
Yes.
So we could be here right now, share this live stream, just hang out, enjoy each other's company.
Yes.
And I talk about CG all the time as freedom. I mean, there's been a lot of battles at CG, for freedom. Not that it's anywhere close to the sacrifice that people have made in the past, but we need to constantly remind ourselves of that sacrifice that was made, and not take it for granted, and then to exercise our freedom. I don't mean take advantage of it. I mean defend it.
Yes.
I'm so proud of us as Americans that there's a populist president, which is Donald Trump, and that it wasn't corporate America, it wasn't Hollywood, it wasn't any of those things. It was a groundswell of Americans that came together, that made this happen. It wasn't just Donald Trump, it was all of us. It was all the allies that he had, the RFK Jr., the Elon Musk, the Tulsi Gabbard, all these people. I can't even remember. There's so many of them, and it's really cool that this stuff is happening right now, and it does feel like people are fighting for those freedoms to keep them intact, because we do have an adversary now, and it's globalization. It's the globalists that we're fighting, because they do not have America's interest at heart. So I do want to thank any veterans out there that have fought.
Yes.
And thoughts and prayers go out to all you guys. So I thought that was interesting, the poppy, and then the 11-11-11. And it was interesting because this turned into an 11-11 launch.
Right. Sorry, I got emotional, guys, but it just really struck me.
Yeah, to lighten it up, Randy says, a male-female attraction, sacrilege. In this day and age, yeah. You know what? This would be funny, okay? You did a black and white idea, right? But she's a he and he's a she. So they're the opposites. So white is a biological man that transitioned.
No, don't even go there.
And the opposite.
No.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up, you. All right.
Did you ever tell that story?
I don't think so. Shut up, you. Now you have to tell the
Oh,
story.
I guess I do. Art and Amanda were going to a comic convention, and Art had a carry-on case that had his artwork in it, so it was very heavy, but it was the right size and it would fit. But when he opened up the top, he was trying to lift this heavy case, and there was this man sitting in the plane going, "It's not going to fit."
And so I'm still struggling with this thing, and he keeps going, "Not gonna fit."
And yeah,
Not gonna fit.
so for like 3 or 4 minutes, the guy, every time Art would move, the guy, "Not going to fit."
And just then, the stewardess starts walking towards us. So I'm thinking, if she sees this guy's planting the seeds in her head, they're gonna want to check this in. The reason I didn't check it in is because there's tens of thousands of dollars worth of artwork in it. So I always keep it close to me. But go ahead.
It does fit. And our daughter Amanda was, because I wasn't there, Amanda told me the story. She was trying to distance herself from Art. And so finally the guy, one time too often, said, "It's not going to fit." And Art turned around and said,
"Shut up, you." Amanda mocks me all the time with it. "Shut up, you."
And about that time, it popped right into the overhead.
Well, the stewardess was right there. Like, it was perfect time. I go, "Shut up, you. It'll fit." And I went, wham, it went right in. And then that stewardess was like, she gave me the nod, like, yeah, this guy's being a dick. So I got a little bit of validation with that story. But yeah, Amanda still brings it up every once in a while. "Shut up, you." Oh, Katie, K-Dids, yeah, I'll message you today. That's one of the things I'm going to do, because I feel bad that I had to cancel out on a lot of you guys that wanted to support the campaign. But I'll reconnect with you today and try to set something up so we can keep promoting Black and White, and so then your audience can get to know me and the project a little bit. So I do appreciate that, and I'll connect with you for sure. So let me see. Grabbed my Chrono Mechanics off eBay. Oh, how much did you pay? All right. Hey, we got Art Roy in the chat. Are there no add-ons? We're going to work on that after lunch as well. There will be add-ons. I want two. And the what?
Oh, I was reading his.
Oh, I want 2 covers and the older volumes without having to get all the older covers. Okay, so you want 2 covers, so that's probably the newer covers, the A, B, C, and the older volumes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what we'll do as add-ons is the volume 2 of High Octane, and we'll do all the variants. So most likely that should take care of everything, right?
And maybe volume 1 of High Octane too.
We can't do that because they're limited.
Oh, that's right, they are.
Yeah, so
I forget.
we had a hell of a time yesterday figuring all that stuff out. Oh man, you didn't have to do this, Katie. Would you like to join me on Monday's morning stream? Good morning, Comics Gate, to talk and promote your book. For sure. Like I said, I'll touch base with you later today, and we'll work all that out. So thank you so much for the invitation. Pedro says 5K.
Really?
Okay. November 11th, Remembrance Day in Canada. Oh, that's cool. Pam is such a sweet person. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I see that face.
You guys got to back up to know what that was about. Sounds good, hon. Appreciate you. Right back at you. Yeah, thanks for being as tenacious as you have been. All right, so I think we covered all the bases. So there's one thing, and let's see if we have fulfilled that. And that would be this. So you guys should be seeing the reason for the season. This is Black and White Sins of the Father. I'm going to play the video one last time for this. That's so cool. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, shoot.
Oh, look.
5,073.36 backers. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
Awesome.
Oh,
oh my goodness.
Shite, we're at 40 backers now. 5,257. We are on the other side now. We are heading towards 6K.
Oh, my goodness.
I think Pamela's having a real heart attack. Oh man, this warms my heart. We are at a great start here. We are close to that fixed rate. We might be able to do this by day's end. That would be completely awesome to get that 8K. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but it's possible. Let's go over just real quick the tiers and see what you guys have been supporting. So we got 4 for the featured. I think you guys are waiting for this to be an add-on, High Octane 2. We got the main cover. We got 6 main covers. This will be an add-on as well. We'll do the B as an add-on. Wow, 11 claimed versus the main cover 6. This is always the opposite. So then we have cover C. We got Carlo, got 1 backer. We got a 1 and 2 of High Octane Adventures. We got 1 out of 100. So just know, you guys, these are limited because we don't have a lot of issue 1s. So we had to limit the tiers with High Octane 1. So then we have the main cover. We have A and the wait, what is it? Oh, this is the new tier you put in.
Yeah.
So this is we just added this during this live stream. Some of you wanted the main cover and the High Octane. So yeah, so this is the main cover, A and the High Octane volume 2. So then we have we still have some of the early birds. So we have 2 of 30 that have been claimed. The early birds, whenever you see the early bird, they're the same tiers, but they're cheaper. So we have the early bird here, and then we have the early bird here. So you can see the main tier version, and then you can see the early bird version. So then you guys can pick up all the story here, 1, 2, and 3, everything that we have so far. And then we have the early bird featured, you guys. This is all the variant covers plus the High Octane Adventure. And then we have an early bird gem, which we only have 10 of. We have 2 of them already claimed, which means we only have 8 left. So get on those early birds, you guys. Once they're gone, they're gone. And so then we have the main gem tier. And that's all the books. That's all the variants. That's issue 1 and 2. And it comes with a and 1 and 2 of the High Octane, and it comes with the 11 by 17 Juju print. And so then we got some of the original artwork here. We have the High Octane cover. We have the C cover here, and then we have the A cover, and then we had the B cover that was claimed. So thank you guys so much for turning this thing into a early. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. Early success. I think, how long have we been streaming? A couple hours, maybe? So this is pretty good for a couple hours of live streaming. So thanks again, you guys.
You guys have been awesome. Oh, it went up again.
Just went up again. So we're 43 backers, 5,365. So maybe, possibly, by the time we get back from lunch, we'll be at that 6K. So if you guys could, I know you've been more than generous to this point, and we do appreciate it. But just keep tweeting out and letting people know that this campaign exists. It's the only way we can do this. It's all guerrilla marketing. I don't have a budget for marketing or anything like that. We don't have a corporation behind us. You guys are the be all end all as far as these CG campaigns,
And you all are awesome.
and we do appreciate it. Yeah. So I already said this, but I wanted to go to her head. You're such a sweet person.
Are you making your face again?
I'm not.
Thank you. That was a nice thing to say.
Tenacity pays off. I always say, like, as soon as you stop, you lose. So you got to always keep moving forward. So we got Element, MJ, new face in the chat. So welcome, or Elemental, I should say. I'm sorry. Sako, thank you for the $10 super chat. Congrats on the lunch. Woo, Freudian. Congrats on the launch. Love you guys. Thank you, man.
Right back at you.
Yeah, congrats on the launch. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to wrap this up. If there's time after we eat and I do all my kind of connecting with everybody, try to get booked on people's shows and stuff like that, I may do another live stream if there's time. If not, you'll find me on the Kings and on the Kings. So Ethan's channel for the Kings and John Malin's for Kings. So if you could like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications before you guys take off. It does help the algorithms, and I do appreciate it. So you guys, all of you, thank you so much for the great start. We appreciate it, and we'll see you.
Randy for his jumping in.
Yeah, Randy, thank you. And Crazy Cat's got his new wrench, and he's all in there. We got Past Master Dan. We got allies, good allies. So we do appreciate you guys.
Lots for you guys.
Yeah. Right at you. So wait. I think it's a new face. Brian suddenly old. I don't know what that's like. Congratulations, Art, getting tires. After that, I will be backing. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Brian. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we're going nowhere. It's a 60-day campaign. We put it right out there. We're not going to do this 30-day or anything like that. So, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave you guys. Art, I can't wait to get a hold of it. Yeah. It's gonna be a killer book, you guys. Everything that we have is going into the creation of this book. So, you guys take care, enjoy, and we'll see you.